إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستغفره ونستعينه ونستهديه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي المقصرة أولا بتقوى الله فاتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون ثم أما بعد. All praise are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious and the most merciful. The best of His peace and blessings shall be bestowed upon His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and upon those that follow His footsteps. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, in the year 5 of Al-Hijrah, the 5th year of Al-Hijrah, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his followers, the residents of Al-Medina, were subjected to a huge attack that was known as Ghazwat al-Khandaq or Ghazwat al-Ahzab. In that event, almost the whole of Arabia gathered for one goal, which is eradicating and eliminating Muslims from Arabia. If you think about that condition, there's a lot to be learned from that ghazwa. Especially at the times where Muslims are the subject of attack throughout the world. Especially to the birthplace of Islam, Arabia. Think of the Muslims trying to defend themselves, trying to defend Al-Medina. And as we know, the suggestion from Salman al-Farisi radiyallahu anhu wa arda, the great Sahabi, was to build a trench to prevent the armies of the allies, Ahzab, from entering Medina and destroying Al-Medina and killing the people of Al-Medina. The intention was clear. All of Arabia, we got together for that reason. And the Muslims back then were few. Less in numbers, in tools, in preparation, in experience, but they had something really important, which was their faith. So as they were building or digging the trench, they got to a point where there was a solid rock that they couldn't break. And every time they try, their axes will break, the metal will break, and that rock will not break. Imagine, let's all imagine ourselves in that position. Trying to do whatever we can to protect ourselves from an attack that we know is coming towards us. And we know that attack is coming to eliminate us and destroy us. And here we find a rock that's also acting like an enemy. It's not going away. It's not breaking. Think of how the condition will put you in a state of despair. Yes. And fear. Some people would think, Ya Allah, it's not just people that are against me, even nature is against me. We might get to that level at one point of our lives. Even nature is against me, what can I do? The Muslims said, let's go to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and ask for his guidance. Which is exactly what we need to do every time we feel a calamity or a challenge. Let's go to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and seek his guidance, because his guidance is with us, even though that he's not. So Salman al-Farisi radiallahu anhu wardah went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and explained to him the problem. I said, oh Rasulullah, we need your help. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam comes, sallallahu alaihi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with his acts. And the first strike, a third of that stone breaks off. So he says, sallallahu Bismillah, and he struck the stone. A third of it collapses and breaks off. Then he said, Salawatu Rabbi wa salamuhu alayhi, Allahu Akbar, أعطيت مفاتيح الشام والله إني لأبصر قصورها الحمر الساعة من مكاني. So he started off with the first, by breaking off the first third of the rock, by saying Allahu Akbar. I was given the keys of Sham. And Sham is the area that includes Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, and Jordan. I was given at that moment the keys of Sham. And I can see the castles or the palaces of Sham from my place right now. A huge significance in this statement. We'll get back to it in a second. Then he struck the stone again. After saying Bismillah, he struck the stone again, and the second third breaks off, where he says sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allahu Akbar, أعطيت مفاتيح فارس والله إني لا أبصر قصر المدائن الأبيض الآن فأبشروا بالنصر. Allahu Akbar. Oh, by Allah, I was given the keys of Feras. And now we're moving from the northwest part of Arabia. So Medina is at the northwest, almost center part of Arabia. Asham is the northwest. And then he turns northeast, where Iraq is, and Iran. And then he said, I was given also the keys of Feras. And I can see the palace of Feras in front of my eyes right now from my location. And then sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after Bismillah, he struck again. He struck the stone, and the last third breaks completely. And the whole challenge of that stone is gone. فقطع بقية الحجر وخرج نور من قبل اليمن فأضاء ما بين لابتي المدينة كأنه مصباح في جوف ليل مظلم. Every time he would strike that stone, a light will come out to light that part of Arabia. So the last part was Al-Yemen. And he said sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allahu Akbar, أعطيت مفاتيح اليمن والله إني لا أبصر أبواب صنعاء من مكان الساعة. Allahu Akbar, I've been given the keys of Yemen, and I can see the gates of Sana'a from my location. And now Yemen is the southern part of Arabia. In this hadith, my dear brothers and sisters, there's huge significance and relevance to our time. 3 locations that are subjected to injustice, killing of Muslims, subjected to tyranny, subjected to deals, and on top of them the deal of the century, صفقة القرن. We look around us and see what's happening in Yemen, in Iraq and in Sham, trying to break off the Muslim Ummah, trying to destroy our honor, our izzah, our dignity. And a lot of people are feeling helpless, maybe like the Sahaba felt when they were dealing with the stone and Al-Ahzab, the allies, coming to destroy them. But here is Rasulullah ﷺ is giving us the comfort and the promise that the keys of these areas were granted to him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when they're granted to him, rest assured that they're granted to his followers, granted to Islam as a religion. So no matter what kind of deals are taking place there, should not let us fall into despair. No matter what kind of deals and silly deals. The funny part is these deals are taking place without the owners of the land being there. Because any deal, any normal deal should have at least two parties that are related to the issue. But the parties that are making deals, they're excluding the people of the land. This is the state of weakness that the Ummah is in, unfortunately. But for us as an Ummah, for us as Muslims, we don't care about any deals. Those deals don't mean anything to us. Because that deal, for the people that believe in it, we have Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sunnah al-Mutahhara, and Kitab Allah Azza wa Jal, with the promises that what we believe in. And if anything comes in that deal that shows contradiction to our Islam, to our Quran, we care less. We know it means nothing. Because we know that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he focused on Sham, Iraq and Yemen, there's a lot more ahadith that tell us about these problematic areas, that we know we're having those problems. We will have more problems there. First of all, it doesn't come as a surprise to us. But what gives us the comfort when we hear Rasulullah ﷺ telling us, Allahumma barik lana fi shamina, Allahumma barik lana fi yamanina. Significant areas in the life of Ummah, back then and now. And we know what Rasulullah ﷺ said, أَلَا وَإِنَّ الْإِيمَانَ حِينَ تَقَعُ الْفِتَنُ فِي الشَّامِ. We know that that area has huge significance. There's something big in that area. So it's no surprise to us that they're trying to make deals. They're trying to break it off. They're trying to occupy it. They're trying to take it away from the Ummah. It's no surprise to us. Don't fall into despair. It's like a treasure box where every thief out there wants to put their hand on. They will try and will try and will make deals. But what we care about is what in our Quran. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه فيا فوز المستغفر. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Rasulullah ﷺ also informed us, طوبى للشام, glad tidings to Sham. Glad tidings, don't worry, stay steadfast. And he also told us, لا تزال طائفة من أمتي على الدين ظاهرين. There will still be a group of my ummah that will be open about their deen, about their iman, about their faith, about their do's and don'ts, about what they accept and they don't accept. People that will never agree to sell their lands. There will still be those people, لِعَدُوِّهِمْ قَاهِرِينَ, and those are the ones that will have victory. They will be the victorious ones. لَا يَضُرُّهُمْ مَنْ خَالَفَهُمْ. They will be objected and disappointed they'll be let down by their own brothers in the area. A lot of them will turn against them. But they don't care about this. إِلَّا مَنْ أَصَابَهُمْ مِنْ لَأْوَاءٍ. They will be subjected to la'wa. They will be subjected to harm because of the wars, the disease, the weather, displacement, refugees. They will be definitely subjected to harm. حَتَّى يَأْتِيَهُمْ أَمْرُ اللَّهِ, until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills to lift that harm from upon them. وهم كذلك قالوا يا رسول الله وأينهم. Where are these people, O Rasulullah? قال في بيت المقدس وأكنا في بيت المقدس. Again in Sham. Again in Al-Quds. Where some people that don't even know the history of Al-Quds or the status of Al-Quds, trying to make deals, presenting them as fair deals. And we know that they're not. They stand up with utmost pride and confidence and honor, thinking that we're making the deal of the century. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them, and this is what we care about, فَإِذَا جَاءَ وَعْدُ الْآخِرَةِ لِيَسُوءُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَلِيَدْخُلُوا الْمَسْجِدَ كَمَا دَخَلُوهُ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ وَلْيُتَبِّرُوا مَا عَلَوْا تَتْبِيرًا. A straight answer to صفقة القرن. صفقة القرن, where they say, here is the Masjid al-Aqsa, come in peacefully, you're allowed to play in Masjid al-Aqsa. But it's not yours, it's ours. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, for those that stood up in pride, فَإِذَا جَاءَ وَعْدُ الْآخِرَةِ لِيَسُوءُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ. Your faces will be disgraced at the right time. You'll be dishonored at the right time when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wills. وَلِيَدْخُلُوا الْمَسْجِدَ كَمَا دَخَلُوهُ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. This masjid is not yours to determine who goes in and who doesn't. This masjid is not yours to determine who you're going to allow in the masjid. لِيَدْخُلُوا الْمَسْجِدَ كَمَا دَخَلُوهُ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. It's by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the Muslims will enter this masjid, because it's theirs. وَلِيُتَبِّرُوا مَا عَلَوْا تَتْبِيرًا. This is, my dear brothers and sisters, just a little glimpse of hope for all of you that are watching and hearing the deals that are happening around us, and we're standing around, not even part of the deal. We don't want to be part of the deal. We shouldn't be part of the deal, because the deal that we have is in Kitab Allah wa Sunnah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's the deal. That's the real deal. That's what we believe in, and that's what we believe will inshallah take place, whether it's sooner or later. Have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seek the guidance of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fill our hearts and our mind with the love of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the love of Allah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us and protect our weak ones across the globe. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to shower us with His mercy. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect our deen. Allahumma inna nas'aluka al-'afwa wal-'afiyata fi ad-dunya wal-akhirah. Allahumma 'afina fi dinina. Allahumma 'afina fi dunyana. Allahumma astur 'awratina wa آمن روعاتنا واحفظنا من بين يدينا ومن خلفنا وعن يميننا وعن شمائلنا ومن فوقنا ونعوذ بعظمتك أن نغتال من تحتنا إنك على كل شيء قدير. الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. وأنت يا أخي أقم الصلاة.